Hi everybody, Sonia Badesi here from Success Fitness. How are you today? Today we're going to be doing a yoga Pilates fusion. So no worries if you've never done yoga or Pilates before. It's just basically a combination of doing some stretching and some core work with a little bit more technicality. Okay, so we're going to get started on your mat. And I really want you just to settle down. So if you already had a really busy morning and you're doing this at lunchtime or maybe later on in the day, I really want you to find your place on your mat. I want you to really think about the right now. This is where we are for the next 45 minutes. And it's for you. It's for your own health, your own centering. So what I'd like you to do is make sure your feet are right underneath your hips. Okay? And just sort of get a feeling for where your feet are. So rock your feet slightly forward, rock your feet slightly back, then maybe go side to side a couple times, and just sort of go into the center, trying to evenly press into each of your feet. Rolling those shoulders down for good posture, loosen it up a little bit. Let's take those hands forward. So I want you to spread those fingers out, lengthening those hands. Take a deep breath in, and exhaling it out. So when we take that deep breath in, I want you to be aware. Where is it going? Is it stopping here, or are you going into the belly? Good. And again, deep breath in. Exhale out. Good job. Let's give you two more. Really bring an awareness to your body. Good job. One more time. Deep breath. And exhale out. Good job. Let those hands go. Roll those arms back, roll those shoulders back. Opening it up through. Let's start at the top of the body for today. 2, let's do one more. Rotating it back. Let's go the opposite direction. Make sure you have some water that you've been sipping on, right? During the 45 minutes, that's not that important. It's more during the whole day, right? Sipping on water. One more. And hold it right here. Keeping those hands just beside. Let's dip your shoulder, your ear to your shoulder. And over to the other side, ear to shoulder. And again, ear to shoulder. Good. One more time, ear to shoulder. And back to the front. Give yourself a nice deep breath, reaching the top. From here, we're going to go into a forward fold. Good. Let yourself just dangle. Let your head go. Let your shoulders go. And gently rolling it back up, one vertebrae at a time. Arms come out to the sides, pressing those palms together at the top. Exhale back into your heart. Okay? So let's hold it right here. We're going to go back into your forward fold. Inhale, reaching it tall. Give it a little bit more of a back bend. And then hinging it forward into that forward fold. Let your head go. Relax into it. We're going to take those hands on top of the knees. And we're going to come halfway up. Make sure your back is nice and flat here. Come all the way back down. Let your head go. Let your shoulders go. Good. Hands on your knees. Halfway up. Good, and all the way back down. Excellent job. Rolling it back up, one vertebrae at a time. Arms come out to the side, standing nice and tall, bringing awareness to your whole body. Exhale into your heart. Good job. So just starting to get warm, just a little bit, right? So let's step to the front of the mat. We're going to go into our first sun salutation. The nice thing about the sun salutation, it gets the whole body involved. We're going to do a nice little inhale. Back into that forward fold. Hold it right here. Soften those knees a little bit. We're going to step your right foot back, right? So my right, your left, or however you want to do it. So if you want to mirror me, right foot back. High lunge position. When we're doing that high lunge, make sure your knees and ankles are aligned. Straddling that front leg. Your back stays nice and flat. We're going to step the other leg back as well. So we're in the plank position. Spreading those fingers, belly button pulls in nice and snug. Let's hold it right here. We're going to drop to your knees. Point your toes back. Child's pose. Arms extended. Good, sitting back in those heels. From here, we're going to dig your elbows in. And it's like you have a little ball in front of your nose, and you're gonna roll that ball away from you and opening it up into the up dog. Let's hold it. Be gentle and kind to that lower back. Tuck your toes under, downward dog. Pressing into the heels, head going right through, pulling those knees up into your thighs. Same leg we step back with, we're going to step back forward. High lunge, so right leg steps forward, back is nice and flat. Right, so we're on the other side, right? Stepping that left leg back. If you just want to listen to my cues, when I say right, left, just stick with that. Okay, so not necessarily mirroring me. And then nice and slowly rounding it up, one vertebrae at a time, building up that energy, reaching it up tall, exhale into your heart. Okay, so there's our first sun salutation. We're going to do 3 more, but we're going to go through them a little bit quicker. Ready? Here you go. Inhale up. Exhale, hinge forward, forward fold. Left leg steps back. High lunge position. Good. Right leg steps back. Plank position. Dropping the knees, point your toes back, child's pose. Digging those elbows in, scoot your nose forward, open it up, up dog. Tuck your toes under, downward dog. Nice little V position. Head going through, let your head go. Left leg steps forward, high lunge position. Right foot steps forward, forward fold. Let yourself dangle, let your head go. Rolling it up, one vertebrae at a time. Arms come out to the sides, pressing those palms together. Exhale into your heart. All right, we're going to do 2 more here. And now you got to figure out with your up dog is how do you get there without doing that little scoop forward. Okay, so your level is a little different. That's okay. Inhale, reaching it up. Modifying as we need to. Forward fold. So soften those knees if you can touch the ground. Step your foot back. Opening it up into that high lunge position. Okay, stepping your other leg back into your plank. Dropping to the knees, point your toes back, child's pose. If you can't do that nose scoot forward, all I want you to do is shift your weight forward and lower those hips down into the up dog, right? So there's always modifications. Tuck your toes under, back to that downward dog, realigning those feet, and let's go. Stepping that right foot forward, high lunge position. Notice I even have to help certain things out, right? Because we all have our limitations in certain positions. Take your other leg forward, letting yourself just dangle. Let your head go. Slowly rounding it up. Arms out to the sides, pressing those palms together. Exhale into your heart. One last time. Inhale, reaching it up. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg back, lunge position. Right foot back, plank position. Dropping those knees, child's pose. Dropping those elbows, if that's what you can do. Scoot your nose forward, up dog. Tucking those toes under, downward dog. Pressing those heels down. Let's stay here at the downward dog for a minute. We're going to take one heel up, one heel down. Let's switch. Let's switch. I love the walking dog, right? So it really moves through those calves and Achilles tendons. So we always get kind of tight if you're doing a lot of sitting right now, right? Just really treading through it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pressing those heels back down. Step your left leg forward, high lunge position. Good job. Right leg steps in, forward fold. Letting yourself just dangle, get that nice stretch in the back of those legs. Slowly rounding it up, one vertebrae at a time. Arms come out to the sides. Pressing those palms together. Exhale into your heart. Good job. We can hold it right here. If you need some water at any point, you can go ahead and have some water. If you have not grabbed a block yet or a towel to support your knees, this might be a good time to get some. We're going to hold it right here. What I'd like you to do is keep your feet about hip width apart. We're going to take those arms straight up to the ceiling. We're going to separate those hands so palms are facing each other. Now I want you to squat down into a chair. When we're squatting down in a chair, what we're trying to achieve is still having a semi-flat back and really trying to work on that posture. Now, if this is too difficult for you and your arms are here, that's totally fine. Okay, so just trying to find a position that works for you. Quads are working, glutes are working. Okay, hold it right here. We're going to lower those arms down to the floor, straightening those legs out, forward fold. Let's hold it right here. Hands go on top of the knees, halfway up. Back is nice and flat. Good job. Keep your head aligned with your spine. Good work. Take your hands back down, walking those feet back into a plank position. Let's hold it right here. Belly button pulls in nice and strong. So this is where the yoga Pilates part comes in. So a lot of stretching / core work, right? So we're alternating between the two or intertwining them as we go. Dropping down to the knees, pointing your toes back. We're going to go back to the up dog, but this time we're just lowering it down. Be gentle and then roll the shoulders down your spine, looking just in front of you. Opening up through the abdomen. Good work. If that's too difficult, you can drop to the elbows. Tuck your toes under, downward dog. Pressing it back up into that V, head going right through. Press those heels down towards the ground. Find a good position. This time I want you to walk your feet a little closer towards each other. We're going to take your right leg straight up to the ceiling. Flex your foot, turn your foot. Okay, so we're going to flex and point a toe towards me. And then lifting that leg as high as you can, opening up that hip. Good job, just do what you can. Taking that top leg all the way through into a high lunge position. Again, if you need help, you can hook that arm under, holding a high lunge. Let's hold it right here again. Nice flat back, right? So we don't want to be all rounded. If you need a chair or blocks, then that's what you would have in front of you right here to help you out a little bit. We're going to take that back foot tiny bit closer, not a lot, and then dropping the heel, getting ready for a warrior position. So that back foot is angled maybe 70 degrees, okay? Your front leg is bent. Take your hands on top of the knee. Nice and slow, come up without changing those legs. Torso comes nice and upright. Let's hold it right here. Your front leg is taking all the weight. Clasp those hands together. Index fingers pointing, lifting it up towards the ceiling, biceps beside your ears. Leaning slightly more back, but dropping those shoulders. What we don't want to do here is that front leg straightening, and also we want to make sure that the front knee is keeping open, so we're not popping it inward. Okay, let's hold it, lean it, nice and strong, warrior one. Good work. We're going to take both hands back down to the floor. Taking that back foot, straightening it back out. Stepping that right foot back into a plank position. How are we feeling? Doing good, right? Back is nice and flat. Feel the strength of your core. Spread those fingers out evenly so that we're pressing into the palms. Not stressing those. Wrists out. Drop to the knees. Point your toes back. Up dog. Rolling your shoulders down and back your spine. Opening up through the abdomen. Tucking the toes back under, downward dog. Lifting it back up. Realigning those feet. Press those heels back towards the mat. Feeling a nice stretch into the back of the calves. Lifting the tailbone up towards the ceiling like there's a string attached to it. Walking your feet a little closer together towards each other. This time your right foot stays down, other leg comes up. So the one away from me is going to flex and open. Head going through those arms. Let's hold it. Keep it nice and strong with that standing leg. Pressing towards the heel. If you can, push it right down to the ground. Don't force it though. Top leg comes all the way through. High lunge position. Let's hold. Back is nice and flat. Okay, so again, we don't want to be all rounded. Keep it nice and flat, straightening that back leg right out. Good job. I'm going to take that back foot, turning it in, stepping it slightly closer. Not a lot though, right? Because we still want to work through the strength of that leg. We're going to take both hands on top of the knee, nice and upright with your torso. Excuse me. We're going to turn your torso towards that knee. When you're ready, we're going to clasp those hands. Warrior, up we go. Leaning back. Now again, notice my front leg stays exactly the same. Pressing to the outside, you're generating energy to the outside of that back leg, and this leg is taking a lot of the weight forward. Should be no discomfort in your knees. Relax the shoulders. Good. Feel the power of this position. Warrior, right? Strength. Taking those hands all the way back down. We're going to step your front leg back into a plank. Spreading those fingers. Good work. Dropping to the knees, point your toes. Up dog. Rolling the shoulders down your spine. Tuck your toes under. Downward dog. Pressing those heels back down towards the floor. Right, so find a good position. When we're doing a downward dog, what we want to think about is pulling those knees up into your thighs, lifting the tailbone up towards the ceiling. We're going to drop those knees, hold it, not right to the ground. We're going to hover here. Pull the belly button in. Let's get those hands a little bit closer if you can. Let's hold the core. Okay, so quads are working, core is working. For 4, 3, 2, we're going to walk your hands in as we're straightening those legs out into a forward fold. Let your head go. Let your shoulders go. We're going to take those hands on top of the knees. We're going to come halfway up. From here, we're going to go into your chair pose. Arms reach up, sit back into a chair. Good work, straightening those arms out, looking just in front of you. We're going to stand up nice and tall. Pressing those palms together, exhale into your heart. How are we doing? Inhale, reaching it up. Exhale, hinging it forward. Once again, let your head go, let your shoulders go. We're going to drop it down to your hands and knees. Good work. Okay, we're going to hold it right here. We're going to keep our hands, your fingers spread, okay? Pressing evenly into your mat. We're going to go into your cat and cow. So what I want you to do is tuck your tailbone under, shift your weight a little bit more towards your heel as we're rounding. Then inhale, releasing it, shifting your weight slightly forward into these arms, okay? Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. The nice thing with the cat and cow is that it massages internally our organs. Exhale and inhale. And again, exhale and inhale. And again, exhale, scooping the belly in and releasing it. Here, we got 5 more. Exhale. And inhale. 4 more. Right, the point here is breathing. 3 more. Feels good. Last 2. And release. 1 more time. And release. Good. Now in that release, we want to pull it in about halfway so that we create a nice little flat back. We're going to do opposite arm, opposite leg extension, and we're going to alternate right, left. So what I'd like you to do is find a good position of balance. So we're going to have one leg straight back, level of your hip. So not yanking it way up there. Opposite arm, nice straightening of the arm. We're not going to twist into those hips, okay? So if you were to flex your foot, you want to be pointing down to the ground, and then all we're going to do is point it, okay? Hold it right here for 4, 3, 2, let's release it. Let's switch to the other side, get the same feel. One leg goes back, level of your hip, again, not twisting it open. Opposite arm, let's hold it for 4, 3, 2, and releasing it. We're gonna alternate with your breathing. Exhale on the extension. Ready? And go. Exhale 1. Exhale 2. Exhale 3. 4. Good. Keep it controlled. 5. Think about stretching your toes to the wall, your fingertips to the wall. Let's do 4 more. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Good job. We're going to come right up on top of those knees. Hold it right here. We're going to take our arms laterally out to the side. We're going to point those fingers as far back as far out as we can. We're going to do small little circles. Let's go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Opposite direction. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Back forward. Ready? Here we go. Let's make it a little bit bigger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Back forward. Let's make it nice and big. You're like, really, Sonia? Come on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go all the way back. Last one. 1. Come on, make it big. 2, 3. Hard on shoulders. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh, shake it out. Good job. We're going to have a seat. All right, so our next one that we're going to do, they're going to be roll downs. So we do roll ups, but we're also going to do roll downs. So when we're doing roll downs, what I suggest doing is keep your hands behind your knees to start off with, and we're going to round the spine, and I want you to think about each vertebrae working on its own as we're zippering your spine down your floor and then zippering it back up. But what I want you to do is you're not going to go any further than you're almost losing it to go all the way to the ground. So you're going to go one vertebrae at a time, just as low. The lowest one we're going to go is just below the shoulder blades and then coming right back up. So what we don't want is to go all the way down, okay? And we don't want to force it to the point of pain. Shoulders down and back. Ready? Roll down. Here we go. Just to the bottom of the shoulder blades. Change your mind. Up we go. 1. Okay? Again, start with the lower part of your lower back. 2. And lift. And again. 3. And lift. And again. 4. And lift. So if your range of motion is right here, 5, and that's how far you can go, that's fine. Okay? So do what you can. 6. And lift. Use the legs if you need to. 7. Roll. And lift. 8. Down. And lift. 1 last time. And lift. Good. 1 leg straightens, 1 crosses over, hugging the knee in, nice and upright, looking over that shoulder. Awesome work. Taking it back to the center, crossing it the other way, hugging that knee in, opening up through the chest, looking over your shoulder. Good work. And releasing it back to the center. We're going to keep your feet flat on the ground. We're going to keep your knees bent. We're going to lean back into a V position, about the length of your arms reaching for the knees, okay? So again, if your lower back gets tired, don't force it. Give yourself more breaks if you need to. So let's come back into that V position. And we're going to let those hands come out of the equation. I want you to pretend that you have a rope in front of you, and we're going to reach the rope towards you. All right, let's go for 1, 2, not fast, 3, control it, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and coming all the way upright, even just pushing it slightly more forward, giving that lower back a nice little break. We're not quite done with this position. 1 more, okay? You're still with me? Let's lean back into that V. Arms go in front of you, okay? Let's hold it here. Let's make some fists. We're gonna come all the way towards me. Let's hold it in this position, twisting into it. Open the chest, closing the chest. 1, 2, good. 3, baby shark, is that his song? 4, this is like Grandpa Shark, isn't it? Keep going. 7, good. 8, come on, stay in that V. Last 2, 1 more, and coming all the way upright. Oh dear. We're gonna go to the other side. So I'm gonna flip around. So I can see you, you don't have to do that. We're gonna lean back, hands back in front, making those nice little fists. Rotate, open and close. Ready? 1. Baby shark, na 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 na. Mama shark, na 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 na. Daddy shark, na 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 na. Come on, you know that song. It's gonna be in your head all day now. And again, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. We're going to lay all the way down, pull those knees into your chest, and give yourself a gentle rock side to side, massaging that lower back out. And you just love that when you have a song in your head and you can't get rid of it, right? Good work. Pulling the knees nice and snug and releasing those feet down. Okay. We're going to pretend that we have a rod through one side of the hip to the other. And we're going to tighten that rod up. So we're going to pull the pubic bone towards your navel, pressing the belly button right down into your floor. People always go, how do you do that? If I were to pretend to punch you in the stomach, what is one thing that you're going to do if I were to do that? Right? And that's exactly what a pelvic tuck is we're going to pull it in, maybe not quite as vigorous. So let's give 5 of them. So we're going to loosen it 1, pull it in. Rotating it out, rotating it in. Yeah? 3, 4, 5, and hold it. So when we're holding it, if you push down in the lower abdominal muscles there, you should feel if there's any sort of tightnesses there, and that's what we want. We want tightness there, okay? So pelvic stays tucked in, hands go behind your ears. We're gonna keep your elbows out to the sides, and we're gonna crunch it up. Ready? Pulling it up. 1, and it's a curl in. We're not lifting it. 2, we're lifting from your shoulders. 3, good. 4, 5, don't forget to breathe. 6, you should feel nothing in your lower back. 7, 8, that pelvic tuck stays in the whole time. 9, last one, and 10. Hold this one up. Legs go straight up to the ceiling. We're going to let those heels press together. Your feet are gonna be apart. We're gonna pull your knees towards your chest. Hold it right here. We're gonna do leg extensions. So we're gonna push them out, press the inner thighs together, and pulling your knees back to your chest. Okay? Back out. 2, and pull. Back out. 3, and pull. Every time you extend those legs, right, your inner thigh are pressing together. If you go lower down, way harder, okay? If you go a little bit higher up, a lot easier. Give me 5 more. 5, good, exhale out. 4, come on, pressing it together. 3, 2, 1. Put your feet flat beside each other, and we're going to pull those knees in from here. In, pressing it back out, 1. So totally different feeling. 2, right? Versus just pushing your heels together. 3. Again, the harder we want to make it, the lower down those legs go. And again, 5 more. Good. 4 more. If that gets hard on the neck, just hold it here. 3. Good. 2. 1 more. And release. Good. Pulling those knees in, nice and controlled. 1 last one. We're going to take those arms and legs out. Your legs out, not your arms. Hands go behind your ears. Hold it right here. We're going to take your toes together, heels together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. Woo! Let's take those feet down to the ground, arms laterally to the side. Let's drop those knees over to one side, stretching through the lower back and hip. Good. Over to the other side. How's that core feeling? It should feel a little warmer in there. All right? Good work. And back to the center. Okay, we're going to set ourselves up for the hundreds. So we're going to pull the pubic bone back in. So there's going to be a lot of repeats, right? So a lot of movements have the same setup. So that's why we want to get used to doing that certain setup for your pelvic. So pelvic tucks in, holding it right here. We're going to start with a level 1. So hands go just down beside you. I want you to lift them just slightly, hovering above the ground. And we're just going to pump it up and down. So in Pilates, when we're pumping it up and down like this, you should feel your core kind of moving and supporting you. And in Pilates, we're going to do some breathing. So we're going to inhale for 4 and exhale for 4, but we're going to go with that movement. So it's going to go inhale, exhale. When you're doing that, feel your core, right? It has to contract, and it's like doing mini little crunches. Okay, ready? Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Okay, I'm going to take it 1 notch up. If that was hard enough for you, then that's where you would stay. Head lifted, chin tucked in, lifting from your shoulders. Hands stay here. Ready? Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. One more. And release. Now, most people's complaint here will be the neck. Anytime you need a break, just take your neck back down. You will get stronger in that area the more we practice it. Legs at a 90-degree angle. Lifting your head and shoulders, chin tucked in. Push those knees slightly away so you feel the core engaging. Hands come down the side. Ready? Inhale and exhale and go. Too easy? Too easy? Find your level. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. And release. Good. Let's get your head over to one side, stretching the neck out. So anytime you need to lower your head down to rest it, especially with the 100s, any sort of Pilates moves, that can get really hard, more so because the neck can't keep up. But it will get easier as your core gets stronger. That's getting the neck over to the other side. So everything, practice, 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 right? We're going to hold it right here. We're going to pull one knee in and one leg extends. Okay, we're going to do single leg stretches, and again, the leg that's extended is just hovering on the ground. We're going to lift up into that crunch position with the upper body lifting from the chest. Let's switch it. 1, let's switch it. 2, and again. 3, 4, good. 5, if your head gets tired. 6, we're gonna lower it down. 7, 8, 9, 10, pull both knees in, head back down. Now we're gonna do it with the same thing. We're gonna use a little bit more of that Pilates breathing. We're gonna inhale for 2, pumping those legs. Lift your head and shoulders, one knee pulls in. Inhale, exhale, switch. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. I'm only gently pulling on that knee. It's actually my core that's utilizing, right, when we're pulling those knees in. If your head gets tired, good, keep going. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Pulling both knees in, head comes back down. Okay, double leg stretches. I'm very technical today, right? So the progression is that you're doing some of these classes before, like last week's and the week before, so that when you get to this class, it starts making a little bit more sense and you're creating a little bit more core strength, and then we get a little bit more technical as we go, and we go back to basics, right? So a nice little sort of balance back and forth so that we get stronger as we go with this as well. Head going right back up. We're going to extend both arms, both legs. Ready? Chin tucked in. Sweep those hands out to the sides, pulling those knees back in. Yes? Out we go. Sweep hands and pull. And again, out, sweep hands and pull. We're going to do 2 pumps when we get those knees coming in, okay? So out, pull it in. Inhale. Exhale. If you need to, don't forget to sweep those arms out and in. Right? So depending on what level you're at, modify it. Right? So if your legs can't go as low, totally fine. Let's do 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. And release. Whew. Take your head over to one side. Good, stretching through the neck. Over to the other side, stretching through the neck. Good work. We're going to do some roll-ups. We're going to have your feet sitting on the ground. So earlier we did roll downs. Now we're going to roll up. Arms extended, pelvic tucked in, right? Notice how it goes from here, pushing it in like somebody's punching the stomach, and you're pulling it in. Feet go a little bit further away from you, right? To make it just a tiny bit easier. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, reaching for the knees. If this is your height that you can go to, then this is where you would stay, or come all the way up and slowly rolling it down, 1 vertebrae at a time. Keep going. 2, and down. And again, 3, gentle on the way down. And again, 4, and back down. And again, 5, and back down. And again, 6, and back down. We're going to do 4 more. And back down. 3 more. And back down. Last 2. And back down. 1 more time. We're going to hold this one up. Oh, good job. We're going to straighten those legs out just in front of you. Nice and upright with your torso. From this position, we're going to take our hands together, pointing those fingers up, straight up to the ceiling. Let's hold it right here, nice and upright. Let's see how flexible that spine is. Make yourself nice and tall. We're going to rotate towards me. Okay, small little pumps. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rotate to the other side. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And releasing it back down. Roll your shoulders out. Good job. Feet come back on the ground with your knees bent. Shoulders down and back. Back into that V position. Let's hold it right here. We're going to take those hands back up All right, back to same position. Feet come off the ground. We're gonna rotate from the knees and we're gonna circle them around. 1, 2, not easy. 3, come on. 4, one more. Ready for the other direction and go. 1, 2, you're right on the meaty part of your bum. 3, 4, last one. And 5. Woo, it's one to practice, right? Let's take it back over on all fours. And we're gonna sit onto your heels, big toes together, knees apart, and sit back. Arms fully extended, forehead goes right down towards the mat. Good job. From here, we're gonna walk over to one side, creating a nice little C shape. This hand that's closest to me is actually your supporting hand. It's the opposite arm that we're really trying to stretch out and away. Don't forget to breathe here, letting the body calm down a little bit. Let's take it over to the other side. And again, stretching. That top hand is the one that's really trying to stretch. Opposite hand is just there to support. Breathing into it. Excellent job. Taking it back to the center, holding it right here, stretching out those arms, forehead going right down to the mat. Good work. Taking it back to the center. We're going to take our feet together, butterfly stretch, bottoms of your feet come together, sliding them in as close as they can get, dropping those knees to either side. How do you do? To the online classes is how to properly engage the core. So doing that nice little pelvic tuck, leaning slightly more forward, dropping those knees, and really getting a feel for what it feels like to have a nice engaged core. And if the neck gets tiring on certain things, just drop it at any time, right? So really trying to learn modifications for your own body. We're all so different. And yes, it's very difficult when I'm on this end and I can't help you, I can't see you, right? So it's hard for me sometimes to give modifications without knowing what the limitations may be. Also, crossing your legs over, we're gonna rotate. You can only give so many modifications in one class so that it doesn't take away from the class, right? So really doing classes on a regular basis, learning how your body functions and moves, and then taking it over to the side. Same thing, rotating it, looking over your shoulder as much as you can, right? Not forcing it, but also take your head into that direction. Good job. And releasing it, we're going to take those legs out. Stretching as much as you can, getting that inner thigh, the adductors in there. And this, if you're tight in your lower back and here, and that is almost impossible for you, a nice way of doing this one is lying on your back and then put your feet up and against the wall and then opening it up that way. So then that way you have a nice little support for your lower back. Let's walk those hands forward as far as we can go. Hold it. Now let's flex those feet in. Right, a little deeper stretch, going up those calves and Achilles. Good work. And release. We take one leg to the center, drawing one leg in towards the inner thigh, flexing that foot, reaching for the toes, and leaning forward from here. And again, work with your body, right? Don't force it. Nice work. This is a nice class to do in combination, perhaps with the other classes that we're doing throughout the week. If you're a runner, if you're a cyclist, if you're a swimmer, this is a nice little variation that you can throw into your weekly routine as well. Core is hugely important. That's your foundation. It's like building a house with no basement or no foundation, right? So you need a foundation. So the core is a huge part of that. Leaning into it, deep breathing, and release. Good. We're going to keep your legs crossed, keep your hands on top of those knees, shoulders down and back. Get a nice comfortable position here. Thank you for coming to my class today. If this is a good time to stay in this position. So if you have an additional 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I'd really like you to stay here. really focus on your deep breathing. And when we talk about breathing, we're not talking about shallow breathing in your chest. I want you to go deeper down into the belly. So when we take a deep breath in, it's not just lifting our shoulders and letting it go. I want you to deep breath in, go into the belly, let the belly rise, and then pushing all the air back out. So sometimes just hanging out here for a bit, relaxing the shoulders, moving things around a bit. That's really what I like you to do, and spend a little bit more time in this position, or even lying down or sitting on a chair, right? And sometimes the deep breathing will also put us into a whole different perspective of the day. If you're at a tough morning and you just need to kind of pull back a little bit, this is a great way of doing that, is doing a class like this, but then taking the ending of the class and take advantage of where the body is right now and how grounded you are at this point, okay? Again, take a deep breath in and exhale out. Good. And if you're finishing with me right here, then that's okay too. You did 45 minutes. You did phenomenal. All right. So thank you for joining my class. My name is Sonia Badesi from Success Fitness, and I will see you soon. If you are joining other classes during the week, we got high intensity intervals, boot camps. We have cardio tone classes. We got so much to offer. So you can sort of jump in where you feel your body needs to go and what direction it needs to go at this point. All right, and thank you to Royal Roads Recreation Center for sponsoring these classes, and we will see you during the week. Have a fantastic day.